My podium presentation was titled Quantification of External Training Loads Relative to Competitive Loads within a Collegiate Football Season. So in short, there is ample research on the physiological characteristics of American football athletes. Recently, researchers, as well as coaches and sports medicine practitioners have gained access to wearable technology to support athlete performance. So that was the purpose of my presentation, was to profile that. There were a couple questions, maybe to preface. So what do we know about the external training loads? What's the gap and what do we find? So what do we know? American football, you watch it on TV, you go to a game, typically it is characterized by strength, power, and speed. We know that not only through observation, but also through research, the findings. We also know that that is underpinned by athlete health, training program, design and periodization and implementation. So where's the gap? Within soccer research, for quite some time, they have investigated this exact topic. So how exactly do training loads in practice relate to competitive loads? With that information, we've applied it to American football. So what do we find? That there are significant differences between position groups and training days and the interaction between both. So I say that to say some of the questions around the podium presentation were based on differences between starters and non-starters. So are you a starter or are you a reserve position player? And how do your training loads, such as duration of practice, total distance, high-speed running distance, and workload or training load differ between game days? There were also questions about a more longitudinal study, so not just over the course of a season, but maybe perhaps over the spring ball season as well. The poster presentation was titled Physical Characteristics of Collegiate American Football Athletes, a case study to support sports science approaches. So that poster was developed in part from practical experience working alongside sport coaches, strength conditioning professionals, nutritionists, sports medicine professionals, and other support staff. One, to better serve our student athletes, but two, to really understand the physical characteristics of the collegiate football athlete. So part of that poster presented physical characteristic data such as age, height, weight, flexibility, strength, power. Then the other part really showed the inner workings of our collaborative group. So how exactly did we work together to collect that data to support our athletes, to support optimal athletic performance?